Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. The Hyper Burning event is starting next week in MapleStory Global on the 14th. During this event, your Hyper Burning character will gain 2 additional level ups every time it levels up all the way to level 250. Each burning character can be started at either level 1 or level 200, and there are a lot of rewards to obtain, like temporary fafnir gear, notes, symbols, you name it. This hyper burning event will be a bit different reward-wise. Characters who already are level 200 or higher will not get the rewards that they missed. For example, if you're level 200 already, you won't get the level 5 symbol or node stones from the level 200 reward. You will still get all the other rewards from below level 200 though, like the temporary fafnir gear. Also, if you're hyper burning in the burning world, some rewards will be boosted, like instead of a level 5 symbol, you'll get a level 7 symbol. So, with that covered, what the heck are you gonna hyperburn? There are like, what, 50 classes in the game? And like always, every class is viable. I'll give you some suggestions based on one of 3 categories. That's based on if you plan to hyperburn a new main, a bossing mule, or a legion mule. For the bossing mules, I'll try to pick classes with less node requirements, at least a few of them, and of course who also are great bossers, while the legion mules are purely focused on their level 250 legion effect. So the first group would be those who are looking for a new main. The classes that I recommend to main are those who are good at mobbing and good at bossing, like they're decent at both, not something that's very specialized in one category, so you'll have a good time playing the game either way. The first class that comes to mind is of course the Dawn Warrior. This class has gotten very popular since last year due to its easy playstyle and rewarding damage output. They have plenty of mobility and safety, and they will not be getting any big nerfs in the future. Their mobbing and bossing both is amazing with plenty of safety tools, like invincibility frames and dashes. The classes can't do anything wrong, and it's super easy to get one to level 250 and to grow with node stones. Another class that's gotten very popular over the last year is the Explorer Shadower. This class finds more mesos than any other class in the game thanks to their very unique 20% meso obtained passive, and they are solid bosses with a fun and mobile kit that a lot of maplers seem to enjoy. It offers a more challenging playstyle than the Dawn Warrior, but its kit fits really well together. It's a really fun class to play if you enjoy pushing a few more buttons compared to, for example, the Dawn Warrior. Hoyong is also getting a lot of buffs with the Savior update, increasing the damage of almost all his skills. The class is very flashy and has a gauge management system that he has to use in order to use some of his skills. But once you master this class, the gauge system doesn't really matter that much anymore, as you'll find the perfect mobbing and bossing rotations through practice and experience. It can dish out a lot of damage already and has a solid kit, and it soon will be even stronger. The Explorer Buccaneer has also risen in popularity a lot over the past year. It is super easy to grind with, where you just jump around thanks to your Lord of the Deep skill that swirls around you so you damage everything you touch. And you have great mobility and great passes for bossing. This class is a very solid pick for anyone looking for a pretty lazy grinder where you just jump around, and of course solid bossing. Another class that offers a lot for both mobbing and bossing is the Explorer Ice Lightning Mage. The mobbing with this class is absolutely crazy, and the slow debuffs it can apply to bosses makes it a very fun and unique bossing class. It definitely excels more at mobbing than bossing, but you'll defeat those monsters most of the time anyway. I think I might hyperburn this one. It's a really fun class, and its bossing is not bad either. And the final class that I can recommend you to look into is one that has been rising a lot in popularity over the last year. I wouldn't even recommend this class like 2 years ago, but hey, here we are. The Explorer Bowmaster offers easy mobbing and super easy bossing. With great 5th job skills to cycle through and shadows that pop out attacks, this class can mob a lot better these days, and its bossing is super easy. Pop your 5th job skills and hold down your Hurricane skill button. Maybe dodge a thing here or there, and that's about it. The Archer class gets constant healing thanks to their Blood Arrow, and it's surprisingly good to play at the moment. Don't sleep on this class. For maplers looking into bossing mules, I think all classes that I already mentioned are great as well, but there are more classes that are pretty crazy for bossing in particular. For example, the Nidocinus Wind Archer is one of my personal favorite bossing mules. With a shield that absorbs attacks, great mobility, and super easy gameplay, this class can breeze through any boss. They also summon a crystal that the boss will focus on, so the boss won't even attack you. Now, the Wind Archer wouldn't be on top of the damage charts or anything like that, but it has a very relaxing playstyle, so you can unwind and boss at the same time. Another golden oldie for bossing mules is the Explorer Dual Blade. I want to mention this class in particular because it's getting buffed with the Savior update, increasing the amount of lines on their bobbing skill, the damage on their bossing skill, and their hyper skill Hidden Blade and Flidiot skill Haunted Edge will get buffed as well. This class is a very solid bosser with a ton of built-in passives, making bossing very rewarding early on. It will melt through most bosses so you can wrap them up quickly. Another classic recommendation for a bossing mule would be the hero class. This is also one of the most played classes in the game due to their raw damage output. Their mobbing was buffed last year and they have even better mobility now. It lacks the survivability and more relaxing playstyle of the Paladin and Dark Knight, their other Explorer counterparts, but it makes up for that with even more damage. And they still have a 20-second cooldown invincibility frame that you can use. With the free gear you'll get from the Hyperburning event, you'll have no trouble building up this class to be a great bossing mule. The straightforward marksman might be up your alley as well, with super easy to get nodes, great raw damage, invincibility frames and more. This class is also a solid bosser who can destroy most bosses with a well-timed snipe. They're not getting any changes with the Savior update and are in a really good spot right now. If you prefer a simple to play, heavy hitting and easy to fund bossing mule, check out this class. And I think the family of the MapleStory director probably plays classes that use claw weapons, because both Night Lord and Night Walker are getting buffed this update. Both classes can dish out crazy damage, they have some of the best burst in the game and will get even stronger with the Savior update. Both classes do require a bit more nodes before they start feeling really good, but there is no shortage of that with the hyper burning and wonky restaurant events. I think the Night Walker does slightly less damage than the Night Lord, but has way more tools and survivability compared to the Night Lord, who will die if a boss as much as looks in their direction. Both classes do have dark side though, which makes things a lot easier to dodge. And of course the Night Lord also has a dash, but the Night Walker has very precise jumps, it can animation cancel a few things, which also makes it a bit more difficult to play. I wouldn't really call it difficult, but at least there's a few hidden gimmicks that the Nightwalker has, or not so hidden like the flash jump animation cancelling, which requires a bit more practice, while the Night Lord just has their party members bind the boss because you're gonna be the one destroying it. If the boss lives, then the Night Lord just kinda chills there until the next round of burst. But again, both are great classes, especially for bossing, but they do require a bit more nodes, a bit more funding, especially also for the mobbing to feel really well. And if you want to make a bossing mule, but instead you want to offer support, then definitely check out the Bishop. This class is absolutely cracked at the moment with the amount of buffs and support it can give. And its mobbing got buffed last year, making it a solid class to grind with as well. Plus you get a fat EXP and drop buff from your own 3rd job Holy Symbol skill. This class does not struggle whatsoever and you'll get in any bossing party. I would not recommend it as a solo bosser, but if you plan to party up, this is the absolute best class to pick. And for those Maplers looking to buff up their other characters slightly, you can also get a character to level 250 for the Triple S Legion buff. I would recommend going for Shade or Hayato to get a critical damage increase, Mechanic for additional buff duration, very powerful for most Explorer mages, Mercedes for cooldown reduction. This class is also getting some pretty big buffs with the Savior update, by the way, Demon Avenger or Kanna for a bit more boss damage, and Blaster or Beast Tamer for ignore defense. You can also go for a Wild Hunter for a chance to deal additional damage, the Zero class will give you a little bit more EXP, and Phantom can make you earn a little bit more meso. And shout out to those Maplers who already made it jet, because this class is going to be deleted next year. It can be changed into any other Explorer class, but if you don't change it, the character will change into an Explorer beginner. So if you want to have an easy level 250 beginner, burn a jet, assuming you already created one. Now of course you can pick any other class that has your interest, any class is viable at the moment and there are some great classes out there. But I hope these picks helped you figure out what to go for or what not to go for. So with this video done, and you've probably watched some other videos as well, what are you planning to hyperburn? Let everyone know in the comments. And that's all for today, thank you so much for watching, and as always, special thanks to our members for making these videos possible. Special thanks to Niels de Coninck, Raar maar waar, Sebastian Hanoi, Jesús Rodriguez, Claudimorda, Ryaiser, Aryu, BackSpaceOTI, Ziggy, Historycanon, Saffronyx, Flidiot, Knivesu, Cloudfix, Tito655, Menchaca, Raythius, Afterlord, Betrayal1489, Sylvio, Neto, StrikerElk, Title 1 Phan, Wictor Sundström, Matthias Simonsen, Mr. Anarch, Ben on Games, The Passenger, Knivesu, Max Bernhardt, Muka1017, BNB King, Scotty Flies Fast, Gabriel Eck, Fecko, Vake Botnet, Dante Victory, Mathinu Dev, Snack HBG, Only, Lord Fazil, Spots D Kaiser, That Archie Guy, Louis Bento Brandao, Snufflepop, Tails, Curse Pet, The Wolf Drake and Gamber Wolf. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and happy mapling!